Welcome to the Gentle English Podcast. Today, you are not just learning English. You are learning the habits that build success, confidence, and energy every single morning. We're going to talk about the 7 morning habits of highly successful people. These habits can change your day, your focus, and your future. You'll learn how successful people start their mornings with energy, gratitude, and discipline, and how you can do it too. This episode will inspire you, teach you, and train your mind to think like successful people do. So, find a quiet place, take a deep breath, and let's begin. Every morning is a new chance. When the sun rises, life gives you another opportunity to grow, to move forward, to become better. But how you start your morning decides everything. You can start with power, or you can start with weakness. You can control your morning, or you can let your morning control you. Successful people know this truth. They use their mornings to build focus, discipline, and positivity. They don't just wake up and survive the day. They wake up and create the day. Now, I want you to imagine something. Imagine 2 people. The first one wakes up late, checks the phone immediately, rushes to work, skips breakfast, and feels tired. The second person wakes up early, stretches, thinks clearly, and moves with energy. Who do you think will have a better day? Of course, the second one. Success begins before the day begins. It begins in your morning habits. The first powerful morning habit of highly successful people is waking up early. You might have heard this before, but today I want you to understand why it matters. When you wake up early, you win the first battle of the day. You prove to yourself that you have control. It's not only about the time, it's about the mindset. Waking up early gives you extra hours to grow while others are still sleeping. It gives you peace before the noise begins. Think of people like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He wakes up around 4 in the morning. He trains before most people even open their eyes. Why? Because that early time gives him mental power. It's his quiet time to prepare his body and his mind. It's not easy, but that's the point. Success begins in the moments that are not easy. When you wake up early, you practice discipline, and discipline builds confidence. Maybe you are not a morning person. That's okay. You don't need to wake up at 4 like The Rock. You just need to wake up earlier than your excuses. Start with 10 or 15 minutes earlier. Use that time for yourself. Think, breathe, or stretch. Small changes create big transformations. Every successful person started with small steps. Now, after waking up early, what do most people do? They check their phone. And this is the second morning habit that separates successful people from others. They protect their morning from distractions. They don't let notifications or social media control their first thoughts. Because the first thoughts of your day decide the energy of your day. When you open your phone and see messages, bad news, or endless posts, your mind becomes full of noise before you even start your work. Successful people understand that focus is the new superpower. So they use the first moments of the morning for themselves. Some spend that time in silence. Others journal. Some go outside and breathe fresh air. Some drink water and meditate. The point is, they choose peace over chaos. They choose intention over reaction. You can do the same. Instead of scrolling, say something powerful to yourself like, "Today, I will make progress." If you control your first hour, you control your whole day. Try it tomorrow. Do not touch your phone for at least 30 minutes after waking up. You'll notice your mind feels cleaner. You'll have more energy. You'll start to feel that you are leading your life, not following others. Now, let's talk about movement. Successful people move their body in the morning. That's the third habit. Exercise doesn't just train your muscles, it trains your mind. When you move, you tell your brain, I am awake. I am ready. Movement creates energy. Energy creates focus. And focus creates success. Think about people like Oprah Winfrey. She starts her morning with meditation, then exercise. She says it clears her mind and gives her strength to handle anything that comes during the day. That's why successful people make movement a must, not a maybe. You don't have to go to the gym or lift heavy weights. Even stretching, walking, or dancing for 10 minutes can change how you feel. Your body is like a battery. It needs to be charged. Movement is that charge. It wakes up your heart and your brain. It tells your body to take action. And action is the language of success. Let's pause for a moment. Think about your own mornings. What do you usually do? Do you start with energy or with stress? Do you begin with focus or distraction? Remember, habits don't lie. Your current morning creates your current life. If you want a better life, build better mornings. When you move, you feel alive. When you feel alive, you think better. When you think better, you act better. And when you act better, your results improve. Everything starts from how you begin your day. Let me share something from my own experience. Many years ago, I used to wake up late. I always felt behind. I was tired, unmotivated, and negative. One day, I decided to change. I started waking up 1 hour earlier. At first, it was hard, but after a few weeks, I felt different. I had more time to think, to plan, and to learn. My mornings became my power time. My confidence grew. My English improved too, because I used my morning time to listen and speak. You can do this too. Now let's talk about another secret of successful mornings. Gratitude. This habit may look simple, but it changes your entire mindset. Gratitude means being thankful for what you already have. When you start your day with gratitude, you start from a place of abundance, not lack. You feel positive instead of empty. People like Oprah, again, often talk about gratitude. She keeps a gratitude journal where she writes down 5 things she's thankful for every day. It keeps her grounded and focused on what really matters. Gratitude helps you see the good around you, even when life is not perfect. Try it tomorrow morning. When you open your eyes, instead of complaining, say 3 things you are thankful for. Maybe it's your family, your health, your ability to learn English, or even just the fact that you woke up today. Gratitude changes how your brain sees the world. When you're grateful, you attract more good things. Gratitude is not only about feeling good, it's about creating a mindset of success. Because success is not only about money or fame, it's about peace, purpose, and progress. And gratitude gives you peace. When you are thankful, you stop comparing. You stop rushing. You start living. You start building your day with joy. Now, let's connect this to English learning for a moment. When you are thankful for your progress, you stop being frustrated. You focus on what you can do today, not what you cannot do yet. And that's how true growth happens, one grateful day at a time. The next part of your morning, after waking early, avoiding distractions, moving, and feeling gratitude, is planning. Successful people do not let the day decide for them. They decide for the day. They take control through planning. Planning doesn't need to be complicated. You don't need a fancy planner or app. Just take a notebook or even a piece of paper. Write one simple question. What is the most important thing I must do today? That's it. When you answer that, you give your day direction. You move with purpose. Think about Elon Musk. He plans his day in 5-minute blocks. That's how serious he is about time. He knows every minute matters. Of course, you don't need to plan like that, but the idea is clear. Successful people respect their time. They treat every morning like a chance to focus. You can try something similar. Before your work or study, take 5 minutes and list your main goals. Maybe it's to finish one task, learn 5 new English words, or talk to one new person in English. Small goals build momentum, and momentum keeps you moving forward. Now, let's stop here for a short reflection. You've already learned so much: waking early, avoiding distractions, moving your body, feeling gratitude, and planning. These habits seem simple, but when done together, they create a powerful morning. Remember, mornings are not just about routine. They are about mindset. Each habit is a message to your brain. When you wake early, you say, "I am disciplined." When you avoid your phone, you say, "I am focused." When you move, you say, "I am strong." When you feel gratitude, you say, "I am blessed." And when you plan, you say, "I am ready." That is how you train yourself to think like a successful person. It doesn't matter where you start. What matters is that you start today. You are already doing something powerful by listening to this podcast. You are learning English and learning success at the same time. That's something successful people do. They use their time to grow. You are doing it right now. Be proud of that. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Remember this line: small daily improvements lead to big results. So tomorrow, wake up with purpose. Don't just get up because you must. Get up because you want to create something amazing. This is how successful people live. And it's how you can live too. When you begin to build new habits, something beautiful happens. Your mornings stop being ordinary. They become powerful, focused, and full of purpose. You start to feel in control. Every sunrise becomes a reminder that you can start again, no matter what happened yesterday. Successful people know this truth deeply. They see mornings as an opportunity to build themselves before the world tries to shape them. When you wake up early, avoid distractions, move your body, practice gratitude, and plan your day, you are already 5 steps ahead of most people. But there's something more that separates the good from the great. The next habit of highly successful people is that they never stop learning. They feed their minds every single morning. They read, they listen, they study, and they grow. Learning is fuel for success. It's the difference between being busy and being better. You can spend your day doing many things, but if you don't learn, you don't grow. When you learn, you become sharper, wiser, and more creative. Every great leader, every innovator, every master in their field has one thing in common: they are students of life. Think of Elon Musk. Before he built rockets and electric cars, he was just a young man who loved to read. He taught himself computer programming, physics, and even rocket science by studying books. He said once that he reads to solve problems. That is what successful people do. They use knowledge as a tool. They don't wait for someone to teach them. They teach themselves. You can do the same. When you wake up, instead of wasting your energy on scrolling, feed your brain. Listen to something inspiring, like this podcast. Read a short chapter of a book. Write down a thought you've learned recently. Watch a short video that teaches something valuable. You don't need hours. You just need intention. 10 focused minutes of learning in the morning can shape your entire mindset for the day. And here's something powerful. When you make learning part of your morning, your confidence grows. You begin to feel prepared for challenges because your mind is ready. You no longer wake up just to survive the day. You wake up to master it. Oprah once said, "Education is the key to unlocking the world." She built her success on curiosity and learning. Even after she became famous, she kept studying, reading, and asking questions. She understood that every day can be a classroom if you keep an open mind. For English learners like you, this habit is even more important. Imagine spending 10 minutes each morning listening to English stories, repeating phrases, or reading aloud. It's not just about learning words. It's about training your brain to think in English. The more you expose yourself to the language, the more natural it becomes. And when you connect learning English with learning success, you grow twice as fast. Successful people never say, "I already know enough." They say, "What else can I learn today?" That mindset keeps them humble and hungry. It keeps them improving while others stop trying. So tomorrow morning, ask yourself this simple question. What will I learn today that will make me better than yesterday? The next habit that makes successful people stand out is reflection. This one is powerful but often forgotten. Reflection means looking within yourself. It means asking, what did I do well yesterday? What can I improve today? Am I becoming the person I want to be? Without reflection, you move through life blindly. You work hard but forget why. You act busy but lose direction. Reflection helps you see clearly. It's like cleaning the window of your mind so you can look at your goals without fog. Bill Gates is known for his think weeks. He takes time away from his busy life to reflect, read, and think about the future. That's why his ideas stay sharp. Reflection gives your brain space to breathe. It lets your heart speak. And when your heart speaks, you find purpose. You don't need a whole week to reflect. You just need a few minutes every morning. Sit quietly. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what matters most to me today? Or, how can I live this day with meaning? You'll be surprised at how much clarity you gain. Many people are afraid of silence. They rush into noise because silence makes them face themselves. But silence is where strength grows. It's where your best ideas appear. Successful people use quiet time not to escape life, but to understand it. Reflection and learning work together. Learning fills your mind. Reflection organizes it. One without the other creates confusion. Together, they create wisdom. Now think about all the habits we've talked about. Waking early, protecting your focus, moving your body, being grateful, planning, learning, and reflecting. These 7 form the foundation of a powerful life. They may sound simple, but simple things done with discipline create great results. The most successful people in the world don't rely on motivation. They rely on structure. They don't wait to feel ready. They just do it. They understand that motivation is like fire. It burns strong at first, but if you don't feed it with action, it dies. Habits are the fuel that keep the fire alive. At first, building new habits feels hard. Your mind will fight back. It will tell you to stay in bed, to check your phone, to skip the workout. But that resistance is a good sign. It means you're growing. Growth never feels comfortable. It feels challenging, but it also feels alive. Remember this, your mind loves comfort, but your future demands discomfort. Every time you choose the harder path, you get stronger. Every time you keep your promise to yourself, you build trust in your own power. That is what successful people do. They trust themselves because they've seen their own discipline. Discipline is doing what you need to do, even when you don't feel like it. It's choosing long-term pride over short-term pleasure. When you wake up early, you practice discipline. When you say no to distractions, you practice discipline. When you plan, learn, and reflect, you practice discipline. Every small act of discipline builds your inner strength. Think about athletes. Someone like Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't train because it's easy. He trains because it's necessary. Every morning, he follows a strict routine. He eats well, trains hard, and rests smart. He repeats it every single day. That's why he stays at the top. Success is not one big action. It's thousands of small, boring, but powerful actions repeated over time. You can do the same with your English learning, your goals, your life. You don't need to be the best. You just need to be better than you were yesterday. Now let's talk about something that many people forget: energy. You can have all the habits in the world, but if your energy is low, your results will be low. Successful people protect their energy. They eat well, rest enough, and avoid negativity. They don't allow toxic people or thoughts to steal their focus. They understand that energy is everything. When you start your day with high energy, you become unstoppable. You speak better. You work better. You think better. You make better decisions. And the best way to build energy is through your morning routine. Move your body, breathe deeply, eat something healthy, and smile. That small combination can raise your energy instantly. When you listen to something inspiring in the morning, like this, your energy also rises. Words have power. They can build you or break you. So fill your mind with strong, positive words every morning. They will echo in your head all day and keep you strong. Another thing successful people do is visualize their goals. Before they begin their day, they see their success in their mind. They imagine themselves succeeding, speaking with confidence, finishing tasks, and reaching their dreams. Visualization tells your brain what to focus on. Your brain doesn't know the difference between real and imagined success. When you visualize clearly, your brain believes it's real and pushes your body to make it happen. Try it tomorrow. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself confident, fluent in English, successful in your goals, happy with your life. Feel that emotion. Believe it's possible. Then open your eyes and act like it's already true. This is not magic. This is mindset training. It's how athletes, leaders, and performers prepare. Now let's connect everything again. When you wake early, avoid distractions, move, feel gratitude, plan, learn, and reflect. You are training all parts of yourself, your body, your mind, and your spirit. These habits shape your identity. They make you the kind of person who takes responsibility instead of making excuses. Most people live by reaction. They wait for life to happen and then complain. But successful people live by creation. They make things happen. They use their mornings to design their destiny. You can too. You don't need to be rich or famous to start. You just need to make a choice. You might be thinking, but I've tried routines before and I always fail. That's normal. Everyone fails at first. The secret is to start again. Every time you fail and restart, your foundation gets stronger. You're not starting from zero. You're starting from experience. Don't chase perfection. Chase progress. If you miss one morning, don't give up. Just do better the next day. Remember, Habits are like muscles, they grow with repetition. At the end of every morning, say this to yourself: I am in control. I am improving. I am becoming stronger. These simple words remind your brain that you are the creator of your life. Every morning is a mirror. It reflects your priorities. If you give your best in the morning, the rest of the day follows. If you waste your morning, you spend the day catching up. Choose to lead, not follow. Choose to rise, not snooze. Choose to grow, not stay the same. You are already doing something great by listening to this now. You are training your mind in English and in success. You are building discipline, patience, and understanding. These qualities will help you not only speak English better, but also live better. The habits you are learning now are the same habits that shape champions, leaders, and creators. They are not mysterious. They are simple, but powerful when repeated. Your morning decides your mindset, and your mindset decides your life. When you begin to live with strong habits, you notice how life starts to change around you. Your mornings feel lighter. Your days become clearer. You stop rushing and start moving with purpose. And people around you can feel that difference. They feel your confidence. They feel your calm energy. That's what happens when you take control of your mornings. You start to control your life. But here's something many people forget. Success is not a race. It's a rhythm. It's not about doing everything fast. It's about doing the right things with consistency. The most successful people in the world are not just those who work the hardest. They are those who manage their energy wisely and keep showing up every single day, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching. If you truly want to become one of them, learn to be consistent. Consistency is one of the greatest habits you can ever build. You can have big dreams, big plans, and big goals, but without consistency, they are only wishes. Consistency is what turns ideas into achievements. Think about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Every morning, before the world wakes up, he is already training. He has been doing that for years. Not because he feels excited every morning, but because he knows discipline creates success. He once said, "Success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent hard work leads to success. Greatness will come." That mindset made him who he is. And it's not just about physical strength. It's about mental power. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build confidence. Every time you wake up early and follow your plan, you teach your brain that you can be trusted. Over time, this trust becomes unstoppable confidence. Confidence doesn't come from luck. It comes from repetition. It comes from doing what you said you would do over and over again until it becomes natural. That's how successful people think. They don't look for motivation. They create it through consistent action. So ask yourself, are you consistent with your goals? Are you consistent with your English learning? Are you consistent with your growth? If not, don't worry. You can begin today. Every day you start again, you become stronger than before. Consistency is like water. Even a small drop, if it falls on the same spot every day, can shape a rock. Your effort works the same way. It may look small now, but if you stay consistent, it will shape your future. Another important morning habit that highly successful people have is gratitude. You may think, didn't we already talk about gratitude? Yes, but here, let's go deeper. Gratitude isn't just saying thank you. It's a mindset. It's a way of seeing the world. Successful people begin each morning with gratitude because it changes how they think, how they feel, and how they act. When you start your day thinking of problems, your mind becomes heavy. But when you start your day with gratitude, your mind becomes light. You see opportunities instead of obstacles. You see lessons instead of failures. You see hope instead of fear. There is a famous quote by Tony Robbins: "When you are grateful, fear disappears and abundance appears." Gratitude opens your heart. It trains your mind to focus on what's working, not what's missing. And when you focus on what's working, you attract more of it. Take a moment every morning to say thank you, not just for big things, but for small things too. Thank you for your breath, for your body, for another chance to try. Thank you for your mind that can learn, your ears that can listen, your heart that can love. These simple thoughts create powerful energy. When you feel grateful, you act differently. You treat others kindly. You speak with respect. You smile more. And people respond to that energy. Gratitude turns ordinary mornings into blessings. It's one of the most beautiful habits to keep in your daily routine. Now, let's talk about one more important part of success that often starts in the morning: mindset. Your mindset is the story you tell yourself about who you are. It shapes your choices, your actions, and your future. If you believe you can't, you won't. But if you believe you can, you will find a way. Successful people protect their mindset like treasure. They don't allow negativity to stay too long. They train their minds to focus on possibilities. They remind themselves daily that success begins inside. You can start building this mindset every morning. Look in the mirror and speak to yourself kindly. Say, "I am capable. I am improving. I am strong. I can learn. I can change." These words may sound simple, but they are powerful because your brain believes what you repeat. When you fill your mind with positive thoughts every morning, you set the tone for the rest of your day. Think about how athletes prepare for big games. They don't just train their bodies. They train their minds. They visualize success. They tell themselves they are ready. You can do the same every morning. Before you face your day, prepare your mind. See yourself succeeding. Feel that energy. Carry it with you everywhere you go. Remember, you don't need to have a perfect morning routine. You just need a meaningful one. What matters is not doing everything, but doing what works for you. Maybe for you, it's waking early, drinking water, stretching, and saying 3 things you're grateful for. Maybe it's reading for 10 minutes, journaling, and practicing English. Whatever it is, do it with heart. When you do small things with consistency, gratitude, and focus, they grow into big results. The small wins you create every morning become the foundation of your confidence. Think of your morning as a mirror of your future. If you start your day with purpose, your future will be full of purpose. If you start your day with chaos, your future will reflect that chaos. You get to choose which one to create. Many people think success comes from luck. But luck is only preparation meeting opportunity. Your morning habits are your preparation. They make you ready for chances when they appear. And when you're ready, life rewards you. Now, think about everything you've learned from this episode. You learned that successful people wake early, protect their focus, move their body, practice gratitude, plan their day, keep learning, reflect, stay consistent, and protect their mindset. Each of these habits builds a layer of success. But the most important part is this: they do it every day. Not just when they feel inspired, not just when it's easy, but even when it's hard. That's what makes them unstoppable. Your success starts with one decision. The decision to take control of your mornings. The decision to say, I will not let my phone, my mood, or my excuses control me. I will create my day with intention. That one decision changes everything. You are not your past habits. You are the habits you are building now. So build them wisely. Build them with love, with strength, with patience. If you fail, don't give up. If you fall, stand again. Every morning is a new beginning. Every sunrise gives you another chance to rise higher. Think about this. Even the most successful people in the world started small. They struggled. They made mistakes. They failed. But they didn't stop. They learned, they adjusted, and they kept going. That's what made them successful. And you too can be one of them. Maybe your success is not in business or fame, but in becoming the best version of yourself, confident, peaceful, fluent in English, and full of purpose. That's a powerful kind of success. You are already taking the first step by listening to this now. You are investing in yourself. You are learning, improving, and growing. Keep that fire alive. Tomorrow morning, when your alarm rings, don't think of it as the end of your sleep. Think of it as the beginning of your greatness. Wake up and say, this is my time. This is my morning. This is my life. Then move with intention. Breathe deeply. Be grateful. Learn something new. Reflect. And act. The world belongs to those who take action early. Be one of them. Don't wait for motivation. Create it. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now and make this moment perfect. You have everything you need inside you: discipline, courage, and strength. Use them. Every morning is a chance to build the life you dream of. Success is not something you find. It's something you create, one morning at a time. So start tomorrow strong, and the day after that, and the next. Keep your mornings sacred. Keep your habits alive, and keep your heart open to growth. Because every sunrise is a message from life saying, you have another chance. Use it well. Now take a deep breath. Feel proud of yourself. You're not just listening. You're transforming. You're building habits that will change your future. You are capable of great things. Believe it, live it, and never stop growing.